Hello everyone and welcome back to APWC. Today I will be reviewing Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. So grab your popcorn and let's begin.
Ready.
Monsterverse. With Godzilla 2014, the universe of Godzilla got a soft reboot, and since then, there have been 3 films and 2 shows that have been released as a part of this Monsterverse. Right after Godzilla 2014, we have Kong Skull Island, which according to the storyline takes place in 1973. We see Loki, Captain Marvel along with Nick Fury, that's Marvel Cinematic Universe. Coming back to Monsterverse, in Kong Skull Island, we see Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and John Goodman visit Skull Island in hopes to find some deadly, dangerous monsters and stumble upon Kong and various other creatures. Then we have Godzilla, King of Monsters, where Godzilla fights King Ghidorah, who is initially named as Monster Zero. Then we have Godzilla vs. Kong, which is nothing but Batman vs Superman from a Monsterverse perspective. We see Godzilla and Kong fight with each other but team up to fight with a bigger threat, Doomsday. Mechagodzilla. Now some of you might have a burning question. What should we watch in order to understand this monster universe or Monsterverse? So the timeline looks something like this. Monarch Legacy of Monsters has a past timeline which takes place somewhere in the 1950s. Then we have Kong Skull Island which takes place somewhere in 1970s. And from then onwards we have Godzilla 2014 and the Monarch Legacy of Monsters modern timeline. After this, all the movies that were released are in sequential order, that is Godzilla King of Monsters, Godzilla vs Kong, and the new movie Godzilla x Kong The New Empire, which will be releasing on March 29th. Also, FYI, Godzilla -1 isn't a part of this Monsterverse, but if you get a chance to see it on the big screen, then don't miss that chance. Acting. The entire Monsterverse, inclusive of movies and series, has a stellar cast. But let's talk about Monarch first. We are introduced to 3 characters from 1950s. Captain Lee Shaw, played by Wyatt Russell, Bill Randa, played by Anders Holm, and Dr. Keiko, played by Mari Yamamoto. And in the present day, 2015, we again have 3 characters. Kate Randa, played by Anna Sawai, May, played by Kiersey Clemens, and Kentaro, played by Ren Watabe. The only addition to this team is Lee Shaw. And guess who is playing the older version of Lee Shaw? Kurt Russell, the father of Wyatt Russell. Whoever thought of casting both Wyatt and Kurt Russell as Lee Shaw should be applauded for their insane imagination and the sheer brilliance with which they have pulled it off. Everyone has done a great job, but Mari Yamamoto as Keiko gets a shout out as she puts the heart in this show, especially in the last episode, which will definitely make you emotional and leave you teary-eyed. Also, if you have seen Kong Skull Island, you might remember John Goodman, who played Bill Randa of 1970s. And Anders Holm in Monarch has portrayed the same character but the younger version, which is in 1950s. A little off topic, but Anna Sawai has taken my heart, and that's all I have to say. If there is a Godzilla hunt somewhere, I'm ready to accompany her. Just saying. The creative aspects. The production quality, the cinematography, the color grading, and the storyline of this series is by far one of the best that I have seen in recent times. The show takes off right from the word go. The story isn't limited towards Godzilla, Kong, and other Mutos, but the focus is on the humans who have suffered tremendous loss because of the devastation and destruction caused by these giant monsters, and it also shows how they are coping with it. This is what all the 4 movies have lacked so far. You either get connected to Godzilla or Kong, and the focus gets shifted from the human lives. The writers of this show have thought about everything and finally decided to tie all loose ends in the Monsterverse and bring it to semblance. Also, shout out to Apple TV Plus, who have been instrumental in developing and producing a show of this stature. That's all for this video, guys. Do check out Monarch: Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV Plus. All 10 episodes are available for streaming. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then.
मजा आया और मैं ये जो मजा है हिंदुस्तान के हर व्यक्ति को देना चाहता हूं.